Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be unboxing the Cotton Cuts box. This is a subscription box where I receive fat quarters from the Cotton Cuts shop monthly. So this has been a really fun box for me. I do love getting just mystery boxes. I think it's so much fun, and Cotton Cuts is just a lovely company to work with. I especially really like their puzzle mystery quilts. So I'm just going to jump right in and take a look at what I received this month in fat quarters. Okay, so I'm going to open up the box, and as you can see, it is always packaged beautifully. There is a lovely Cotton Cuts sticker on the tissue paper to kind of keep the mystery going as you open up the box. Okay, so our card says find small ways to celebrate every moment, and then we get the designer spotlight. So this is always the designer who our free pattern is designed by. So on the other side, there is always a kind of a code that I would put in to get my free pattern. So let me put something there so I don't have to hold my finger on it. And we can take a look. So you'll see that there are different patterns that we can choose from to put in our code to be able to choose one to make a quilt. And you could use, you know, the fat quarters that you received, or just anything you have on hand. So it's quite nice that we have that option. So I'm going to set that to the side. I really love that we're able to choose the pattern we want on our own. All right, so here we have an introduction to their Chroma Thread Club. I have actually been eyeing this because I usually stick to actually the same colors of thread, white, gray, black, and I would love to kind of expand that a little. You can see that it kind of lets you know what colors you'll be getting each month. So January's low volume, February pink, and then it goes through the list. We also get a block of the month. I honestly have not worked on one of these. I definitely should, but I just haven't. I have been collecting them also, maybe at some point. And then we also this time got a cute little calendar, and it has coloring pages, something nice to put, just throw in your purse so help remember the date, drop down a little note of what needs to get done that day. It's definitely something cute. All right, so I did get the card that kind of helps me know what is in my box. So this is the classic box. They do have a modern, but all the fabrics should be kind of aligned with classic fabrics. You kind of can see them right now. They are very, very pretty. You can also, when you go into subscribe, you can choose fabrics that you would absolutely not want to get. Like if you know for sure, I do not like, you know, reproductions or batiks or, you know, holiday or seasonal fabrics, you can put in there that's not something that you would want to really receive. And they are kind of really cutely, packaged in a box to keep them all together. So if you want to just store them this way, you could just keep them in the box after taking a look at what you got. So I really love that aspect about it as well. And you know, you can see it's a really lovely selection of fabric. So I checked off that juvenile is not one that I would want to receive. So in this one, I wouldn't have got any of the Terrytown by Kimberly Kite, I think it is, for Ruby Star. So it shows on the contents that would have been one that I would have gotten if I had chose to not get those. So can see, they're just, I love this box. So you can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 fat quarters. And we'll go through and we'll take a look at each one. It is really hard for me if it doesn't have the selvage on it to know for sure which one it is. But this is definitely like a buffalo plaid print, which I love. I love that it kind of has these lines like they're ticked with an ink pen or something through. That is quite lovely. I like that. So without the selvage, I do not know what this one might be. Maybe a blender Daydreamer by Tula Pink. It's definitely not a batik. It's not a floral, I don't think. Maybe it could be a reproduction Belle Isle. I'm not sure. So let's take a look at the next one. This is definitely, I think, holiday seasonal Wild Winter by Ray Ritchie. And this is Dear Stella Fabrics. How cute is that? It's like little reindeer dancing. Or no, they're doing snow angels. That is really, really cute. So let's see if it has the selvage. We can make sure. So there you go. Dear Stella Designs. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to put that with all my seasonal fabrics to do something with next year. Okay, so here we go. Here's another one. I really love all the tones in there, and it's some florals. And there is no selvage, but it kind of feels like a batik. The batiks are Geo Brights, but I'm not sure. No, this is the batik over here. So the florals are Springtime Romance by Hoffman Fabrics. So that might be what that is. I can tell you right now, I really like this one better than the one I got last month. This is definitely more fabrics that I would get myself and use. I can already tell just by I think this one might be a reproduction. Belle Isle by Minnick and Simpson. I'm sorry, it's Moda Fabrics, but it is really hard for me to say names. This looks like a Tula Pink for sure. I'm going to open this one more because it is like an ombre, and you will love that color. So Daydreamer by Tula Pink for Free Spirit Fabrics. I am not the hugest Tula Pink fan. Some of the designs are a bit too wild for me, but this one I would be able to use. It's not too much for me like some of them can be. So I appreciate that this is a little more, little less wild, I guess I could say. So something I could use for sure. I need to work on my fat quarter folding skills. So let's see what this one is. It's cute. It's kind of like a rainbow, but has little sunbursts coming from it, kind of. So it's not just a rainbow. It just definitely has something popping out. Let's see. It's a pink on the background. I'm not sure what this one is either. I don't think it'd be a floral, so it'd have to be blender, but just doesn't scream. I mean, it could be a Tula Pink. Definitely a batik. That one is beautiful. So this is Geo Brights by Artisan Batiks for Robert Kaufman. I just love the way, I don't use batiks a lot, but I love, love, love the way they look. It just has that watercolory look that I just really, I'm drawn to them, but I wish they felt different. This feels like a Belle Isle to me. Reproduction, Belle Isle by, so when I say like reproduction, that's what the category is on the contents to me, or that is listed for me to see. So I know on the last one, I had said that I was pretty sure one of the fabrics fell in the reproduction, and somebody had said in the comments that they didn't feel like it was a reproduction fabric. That's just the category that is on here. So you know, it does show it's a Belle Isle. So that's why I say that it's in the reproduction category per the contents that I'm reading. I really like this fabric a lot. There's little polka dots and the florals. That is definitely something if I saw in a fabric shop I would buy. And those go together nicely. So they probably are from the same line. I could see even working that one in, depending on the quilt. So this is definitely has a batik feel. So Geo Brights is what it says. And that's a Robert Kaufman fabric. Let me put that over with the other batik. I do think this one has a feel to it of a batik, but it doesn't say that it is one on it. Okay, and then this looks like it might be another Tulip Pink to me. I'm pretty sure that I've seen this in one of the Tulip Pink lines that I've seen before. I love the flamingos there. So this one, it wouldn't be one that I would specifically go out to buy, but I do like this one, and I could definitely see this going on a bag, like fussy cutting this out and put it out as a focal point on a bag. And I will likely be doing that because it definitely screams to me that it needs to be on a handbag. All right, and I think this is, and I've seen it before as a Tulip Pink. You got that ombre on it, so, and yeah, it does have some of the selvage, so it is Tulip Pink. You can see that it definitely has those bright pops of color that I know I am familiar with when I see Tulip Pink fabric. And this kind of reminds me in a way of some of the line work where you see the lines, and it just reminds me of a pen and ink drawing where you would put just lines from pen. We did it a lot when I was in college in art class, where we would layer the pins, put the pen lines to build up definition and depth in a picture we were doing. So it brings me back to those days, and I love seeing that in fabric. That and the watercolor looks on fabric. Anything that looks like it was drawn on just really reminds me of my art days back in college. And I love it. I love seeing it brought into fabric. And this is definitely another batik. So you can see kind of the geometric shapes in it. It's a beautiful, beautiful green. Love how batiks bring out the different tones. So this is definitely a fun box to build up your stash of fabric. I like that you can kind of customize it a little bit. If you don't typically work with fat quarters and you need a bigger cut of fabric, they do offer a half yard box. So it's half yard cuts of fabric, and I think you get 6 of them. I'll try to remember to put a note on here on how many you get if you choose the half yard bundle, but I'll put a link to the site as well. So if you are interested in purchasing this box, like I said, they have a modern, and then this one, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun way to build your stash and introduce you to fabrics you wouldn't typically purchase. And it's really helped me think about how I might use fabrics that I wouldn't typically have purchased for myself. One of the first boxes I got from, I think it was Pre-Cuts Quilt Shop, and it was their modern box, had a ton of Tula Pink fabric in it. And I was like, oh my God, I've never purchased Tula Pink fabric before. It definitely isn't one that I'm always drawn to, but it really helped me think outside of the box, and I used it in a lot of bags, and some of them turned out so awesome. So doing these boxes that are mystery fabrics has really helped me just see fabric in different ways and how I can work with it. So I've really enjoyed it. So like I said, I will put a link to Cotton Cuts in the description. So if you are interested in purchasing it, seeing how you can customize it for yourself, that will be available to you. Cotton Cuts also has the Puzzle Mystery Quilts. I believe the colorways are still open for purchasing, and that box is so much fun. You get a already cut bundle of fabric, so to put together. I'll put some cards up here so you can go kind of see it for yourself for the one that I did last spring. But you get just specific parts of the quilt each month to sew together. They're already pre-cut, so your squares, triangles, all the shapes are already cut for you. And you just sew a few together, and you just build your stash each month of different segments of the quilt. And then at the end of the, I think it's 10 months, you will get a puzzle clue kind of that tells you how to put all those pieces together, and then you finally see the whole quilt come together. It is so much fun. I am doing this next one coming up. I'm doing the apple cider colorway, so be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these unboxings and if you want to see that puzzle mystery quilt come together. I believe it's called So Sweet this time around, and there are so many fun colorways. It was really hard for me to narrow it down. I might actually still grab I think it was called Churro, and it has the bookish line of fabric. It was really hard for me to choose which one to do, so I might grab that one as well. But if you did sign up for that, let me know in the comments which colorway you chose, because I know I was talking to a few of you when I was finishing up the last puzzle mystery quilt, and you guys weren't quite sure, some of you, which colorway you wanted to choose, because I have a lot of good ones this time around. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support on my channel. Be sure to give this video a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, I really appreciate your support. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.